Hi guys, it's Katie here with Life in the Mundane, and today I'm continuing our series on Christmas holiday traditions where we can put Christ at the center and focus, showing you some of my favorite resources on what we use to celebrate the reason for the season. And today I'm going to be talking about the Sparkle Box. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's a fantastic book and concept that we have loved using over the past several years, and just want to share more about what it is and how we use it to help our kids focus on Christ this Christmas season. So let's get started. So, The Sparkle Box is a book written by Jill Hardy, illustrated Dean Kornacki. This book is such a sweet and awesome book. My husband found out about this when he was listening to Focus on the Family one year, and we had been talking about how we wanted to make Christ the center of our season, how we wanted to keep Christmas very simple. We still do presents and gifts, but we try to keep it very low-key, inexpensive, and just not too flashy so that Christ was still the center of the day. And so we have been kind of keeping our eyes out for anything that could help us really focusing on that. And he heard about this. Dr. Dobson was talking about it, and he immediately came home and told me about it. We did research. We ended up purchasing the book, and we love it. We've been doing it for several years now, and it has become a wonderful holiday tradition that I think we will continue forever. So let me tell you a little bit more about it. Sparkle Box is a great story following this little boy as he is learning about the Sparkle Box. His parents put a box on the mantle, and he keeps asking what the gift is, who is it for? And they say, not yet, you'll find out. Go throughout the book, and he is partaking in a lot of the typical holiday festivities that we do, maybe putting together an Operation Shoebox, going and giving food to a local food bank. He is going with his parents as they donate money to build a well in another country. Lots of those typical holiday charitable traditions. And he's doing those things, and every morning he asks, who is that Sparkle Box for? And every day his parents tell him that he'll find out on Christmas Day. And so all of it wraps up with him coming down Christmas morning to find the Sparkle Box. And they open it up, and inside is pieces of paper that have written down all of the different things that he has been partaking in and that their family has done this Christmas season for others. And they simply explain that the Sparkle Box is our gift to Jesus. It says in Matthew 25, whatever you've done to the least of these, you've done unto me. And Jesus told us that when we serve others, we are serving him. And so it's all based on this concept, this biblical concept, and it is become a super fun tradition for us. So basically the idea is that you read the story with your kids. You wouldn't have to do the story if you don't want to, but it's a really fun, beautifully illustrated and written story that I highly recommend. I will drop links below on where you can find the book. But we read the story on the first day of our Christmas book Advent. We read a different book leading up to Christmas, and I'm going to make a video about that in just a week or two about some of my favorite books that we include in there. And so you can see that when I get that posted. I'll drop that in the links below and in the iCards above. But we read this book on the very first day of kicking off our Christmas season, and we talk about it. We talk about what kinds of service that we can do for Jesus. So the kids make up lists instead of making up Christmas lists for what they want for Christmas. Oftentimes we'll sit down and we'll make a list of ways that we can serve other people. And we try to get creative. We do some things every year, but we also try to get creative and try something a little bit different. But basically what we do is we got a Sparkle Box. This is simply, you can get them at the Dollar Tree. The book actually comes with one in the back that's a foldable one that you can fold up. But it was really small and wasn't real spectacular. So we decided to go and purchase one. I can't remember if we got this at the Dollar Tree or we might have ended up getting it at Walmart for a couple of bucks. But it's just a beautiful box, and it sits right in front of our Christmas tree on Christmas morning. The kids come down, and it is the center of the tree, and they get so excited. And it is the very first gift we open after we've read the Christmas story. They get to open the Sparkle Box and see what gifts that we have to give to Jesus. Now, some of these are ones that they've planned, specific things that they've done. Sometimes we've adopted a family and surprised them with presents or with money for gas or whatever, somebody who's struggling. We have done gifts for the food bank. We've done all sorts of fun things. And some of it is stuff that they've planned and they've been aware of. This is what we're doing. We're doing this for the Sparkle Box. We're doing this as a gift for Jesus. But there have been other times that we will just observe throughout the Christmas season, things that they do. Sometimes it can be as simple as, without prompting, showing love and kindness to your sibling, opening the door for strangers as they're coming into the store, making sure that they help an elderly person get their groceries in and out of their car, whatever it might be. So we also observe. So I sit down on Christmas Eve, I write out all of their gifts. So I'll show you. I actually have the ones from last year in here already. So we've got, I just wrote them down on construction paper last year. Sometimes I print out pictures where I've snapped pictures of them doing certain projects, and I'll open it up and have a printable picture. Sometimes it's super fancy, sometimes it's super simple. It can be whatever you need it to be for that year, but it's just simple papers that we pull out. So I had a child last year, and so we put that in there. We bought baby gifts for our local pregnancy crisis center. There was one of the kids was helping mommy while she was sick. I was very, very sick with morning sickness last year, and I had a lot of help apparently, and so we added that there. Dropping off gifts to the fire station. Just give ideas like that. There's so many different ideas of things you can do. It can be 1 or 2 things. It can be 50 things, whatever it is. But I just love this idea of doing it. Now, part of the reason why we do some of it intentionally and some of it I write down things I've observed is because I do want my kids to do these things to serve and to do it for Jesus. And I don't want them to do it as a sense of getting credit. We don't put people's names on them. If there is one child that helped with something, I don't put that child was the one that did it, because the point is not to get praise from man. It is not to do this and see how much we can stack in the Sparkle Box. It's not a competition. We want to keep the focus on Christ and serving others. So I love that this gift and this idea helps us to put that focus back on Christ. There are, Sparkle Box has a website, which I will drop below, that has a bunch of ideas that people have posted of things that they've done for their Sparkle Box. If you follow us on Facebook, you'll probably see some of our favorite ideas. And I'll also be doing a video here in a couple of weeks all about some of the service projects that we've had fun doing with our kids. If you're not sure what things kids can do, especially younger kids, there are going to be a lot of great ideas for that as well. If you've enjoyed this video, I encourage you to check out my other Christmas videos on how to make Christ the center of your season this holiday season. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe, like, and share this video, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing for Christmas and how you guys put Christ at the center of the season. I post videos every Saturday and Wednesday on making the most of the little moments in home management, parenting, and homeschooling, and everything in between. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday season. Talk to you guys later. Bye.